I grew up in the steady culture for silk cocoons of my grandparents in rural Bulgaria, and all started like a play. We were children, and our parents never bought us toys, so we had to find our own way of spending our time. So I remember myself, 5 years old, sitting under a tree of the mulberry forest and painting cocoons. People, friends of my grandparents, were working in the distance, sorting out cocoons, and I could hear them speaking, and I could hear their laugh, and also the buzzing of the insect, and also the whole noises of the foliage and the atmosphere of the heat wave. I enjoyed holding the small little creatures, the silkworms, in the palms of my hands. They were white, and they were having like a makeup. They were having black rendered eyes, and they were like so unique, like individuals. And at the beginning, when they produced the cocoons, I was taking the cocoons and then I was painting faces on them so that I could play theater with them. I found out that when I pulverize red-orange bricks and mix them with water, I get a wonderful color. Interesting enough, this was the color for the first artwork during my time at Chelsea College. I was then using cocoons in my artistic life from time to time, but the year 2010 saw the creation of my first artwork from the Birth of an Idea series. I use recycled silk cocoons. I wait until the butterflies go out, which they naturally do in order to lay their eggs. And then I take the cocoons and change their shape and position them, building a setting. My artworks from the Birth of an Idea series advance in this subject matter. Sublime settings aiming to awake basic human emotions. I insist that they don't convey meanings, but they awake feelings. Feelings are stronger than meanings because meanings are expressed in words and futile. Visitors of my artwork told me that they felt hope, desire, sensuality, play, light, ecstasy, energy, and rebirth. I aim to introduce to the viewer the experience of tactile feelings, which I feel when I am creating those artworks. The imaginative touch is stronger than the real one. It is the tactile, three-dimensional experience which excites the viewers of my work. So those artworks are filled with sensuality's possibilities. The overall egg form of the cocoons is very basic and familiar to all of us. In changing the form of the cocoon, I am allowing it to pass to another identity. The cocoon still possesses some elements from the previous one, like the curved and structured surface, but it tries in possessing both identities. To include the viewer, to engage him in the experience of my artwork, I am applying elements of the sublime, leading light in the middle, and I'm also using large canvases. If I would create artwork smaller than the human size, I'm not welcoming the viewer into it as with the large, where the viewer is entering it with ease. It is very exciting for me to discover how each individual enters my artwork consciously or in the fugue. It is like a scientific psychology test. I also work with formulas which relates to the physical science. As I can predict, like in an experiment, to what extent I can increase or decrease the light in my artwork until playing with the participating colors. Light, color, and intensity are influencing the viewer's perception. My artworks are neither paintings nor objects. I name them half objects. They're about the freedom in space, as you can hang them in horizontally, vertically, on the ceiling, floating in the air, in singles or in groups. At the moment, I am working in collaboration with a curator on an architectural project where we are planning to create installations cutting the air.